All right, folks. We are going to be making something pretty cool here today. Well, showing something pretty cool. And I just realized I made a mistake. There we go. Save. I'm just testing. I think I can actually edit. Yeah, I can make a stream public while it's running on YouTube. Go me. All right, so hello, I'm Mallory. You probably know who I am. I am streaming using my own streaming software right now, and that's a bit of a new thing. Just gonna like adjust my levels a bit here. There we go. Okay, now it looks like it's a lot better. So yeah, I'm streaming with my own streaming software. That me and my good friend Claude made, so I don't have to pay StreamYard $800 a year anymore for that. It's got like some kinks, but I'm working them out and it's getting pretty good. But the thing I really want to talk to you guys about today is good looking 3D box set images. Way back in the day, there was a thing called Covervault. It was this awesome guy named Mark who I really would love to track down to talk with him. And he made some really good cover mock-ups, and they had like really good 3D look to them. They had a lot of good sheen and lighting, and they didn't look flat like a lot of cover mock-ups look like these days, which was super freaking cool. And the problem was you need Photoshop, and you needed like better than like a passing knowledge of Photoshop to use them. And then eventually he shut it down. And I suspect part of the reason why he shut them down was because he got tired of supporting everybody trying to use these. But what I ended up doing instead, well, not instead, but to bring them back, was to make a website where we can just like go in and use these things directly. So this is an early preview. I've only got 2 of the templates in here right now, but it does all of the rendering on your own computer in your browser. You don't need Photoshop, and your covers never even leave your own computer. So it's super freaking cool. So we'll click on this one to start. Oops, I actually realized I am not sharing the page. My screen, so you can see this and see the special shiny things going on. All right, good. It's switched. Sometimes I lose the stream with my streaming software. I'm still working on, like I said, some of the kinks in it. Anyway, so we're going to pick this box set here, and that's what we're obviously just going to build our thing around. Now, one of the tricky things with doing box sets is that you actually need like the full wrap for your book, because you need to do the spines and whatnot. And many of us have full wraps for our books, but they're in PDFs because that's what KDP and other printers want for the full wrap. So what you could do in here, I've already got 3 PDFs uploaded. I'm just going to go and add in one more. I need to do Building Victoria. So Aeon 14, assets, covers, Intrepid Saga, Building Victoria, and my PDF. Okay, it's going to upload. Actually, it doesn't upload. It just loads it into the browser because, like I said, these things never actually leave your computer. And it knows it's a full wrap because it's just really freaking wide. And if we click on the little scissors here, we can actually see it's already detected the spine by a little bit, and we can just adjust the spine detection and make that all nice and shiny. I've already gone in and adjusted the spines on these other books. And even if I refresh the page and reload this page and go back and open up my spine adjustments, they stick around. So these things actually persist. You don't have to worry about like losing where you were. Your progress as you make any change in here is just instantly saved, and you sally forth. Now let's assemble this and make this into a really nice looking cover. And of course, one of the things actually I should mention before I do that is that like you've got like you can see the sheen on this and everything, right? Like this is actually really nice. It's a really nicely done cover. To get it here, I actually had to go through and bake like 26 different images that hold all the color, the sheen, the lighting, and everything like that. So that it doesn't, so that basically to do what Photoshop does natively, but to instead do it like this. So I'll take like book number 1 and I'll drag that into spine 1. Boom, there it is. Book number 2 goes in spine 2. Book number 3 goes in spine 3. this omnibus edition-y thing. Obviously, this is I grabbed an actual omnibus and put it in here. That goes on spine number 4, and then my cover. So this is the cover of the box set, and then also you can have the cover of book 1 be separate. Theoretically, this should actually be the back of book 1, but I mean, like, I'm not going to get super particular about it. A box set that's rotated the other way is probably better, because then, you know, it's the front of everything. The downside is if you rotate the box set the other way so the spines are facing to the left, the downside to that is that technically you're showing the back of the box set, and you actually have to number your books backwards. It's the box set conundrum for when you're doing it. But anyway, look at this. It did it right there as we were watching. It's just super slick and instant. And another thing too is we have a box set cover in that color, and that's sort of like the color of the actual box itself on the sheen here. So I can go maybe just make that like a light blue, and then we'll see in real time it would go and color that. So you can make that like whatever you want. Like if I wanted to make it like the orange or something like that, we'd have that. Or if I just want to make it like a really, you know, a dark gray, then we can make it like that, and it kind of just blends in really nicely. And boom, Bob's your uncle. You have a box set image. You download it. You're good to go. You can clear out your library if you want. Doesn't matter. This stuff all stays on your computer. And then we go back here and we look at this, the paperback version here, and just boom, I can just take one of these, drag it on. There it is. I hit download and away I go. I'm going to be putting together about 40 of these templates so that you can have just templates to the cows come home. But you could do this with, there's going to be ones that have all sorts of different styles. Let me actually bring up sort of this is my like local version. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. I didn't want to bring that up. The 4488. Yes, no, that's the Baker. Sorry, I've been making a bunch of different things here. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to switch here so you guys can see this. Now this, ignore kind of what's going on. These are actually, like I said, all the images I had to bake with all the colorizations and everything on them. So we don't need to worry about any of that. But over here on the left, you can actually see all the different types of templates that are in here. So, you know, stuff like this one, like these things down here, these cool mock-ups. There's even like stacks, book stacks, front and back stacks, single books. So all sorts of different templates. Going to have all of this stuff ported over into the web UI so that you'll be able to go in the web UI and be able to select from a slew of these different templates, pick the ones you want, and then make magic with them. So that's the, I actually just started working on it today, and I think I'll probably have it pretty locked in. End of the day, maybe early tomorrow. It's going to take a bit to actually bake all the different colorization and sheen effects for all the different images. But like I said, the best thing about this, it runs in your browser, doesn't require Photoshop. You have access to all these amazing, cool 3D images, and Bob's your uncle, right? So probably get it done today, maybe like launch it Thursday or Friday. Maybe I'll launch it Thursday for Lunch with Mel. And I'm just going to put it out there and have it be free for everyone. The coolest part about it too is the fact that I'm going to run it on a free web host because it's so basic, because everything actually happens in your browser. Run on a free web host. It's not going to cost me any money. I don't need to ask anybody for anything. It's just going to be like this super cool tool that will just work for you. So there you have it. That's the whole shooting match. And it looks like my homemade streaming software actually worked relatively well. I see that at one point my stream went from excellent to good on it just did it again. So maybe it's not perfect, but still pretty cool for something that Claude was able to whip up in about 4 hours, versus, which probably cost, you know, like $10 for me versus $800 to StreamYard. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Anyway, I will see you fabulous folks on Thursday for Lunch with Mel, and I hope you have